Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Type 64 Chinese Tier 6 light tank. It's kind of a Hellcat. It's extremely fast, it's got a okay gun and virtually no armor, and is an open top vehicle. It didn't really survive the light tank anti-aggression patches that occurred in the last little while. So it shoots a little bit slower, it's a little bit less aimy. It doesn't. It's not as accurate as it used to be, which is unfortunate. And they probably messed with everything else to make it shoot not in the move very well either. But it's still an enjoyable tank to play. It's one of the light tanks that I feel has not been really destroyed as much as everything else has. So we'll take a look at the gun first. You have got a 76 millimeter gun that is pretty much on one of the. This is the M4's gun basically, and it's got 0.4 dispersion, 115 damage, and 128 pen, 177 with APCR rounds. But on my vehicle, it's got 0.38 dispersion and a 1.8 aim time, which is really quick. It aims really quickly, and it can kind of shoot on the move. Not too bad. It's okay at doing that. So reload wise, you've got a little bit less than 3 seconds, and yeah, the gun is pretty. It's okay. You can pen most stuff if you load up APCR, and if you pick the right targets and get around behind them, the 128 isn't too terrible for what you're going to be fighting, since they've changed the matchmaking to kind of compensate for what this thing goes up against. So next we'll look at hit points. You got almost 600 hit points, which is pretty healthy. You've got virtually no armor, and you want to watch out for artillery and HE rounds hitting you because it's really going to hurt. There's not really any armor anywhere. You might get lucky on a weird bounce off something, but don't really count on it. It's not going to work out well for you. The tank's really light, so don't ram anything unless it's somehow lighter than you. Maybe like a Stewart? I don't know. The horsepower per ton is again worse than I remember it being. I think it was like 22.8 before. Now it's 21.46. Maybe that's down to my modules I put on. I don't know. But when I looked at tanks.gg, this was it was higher before. So you got a top speed of 72.4, which is really fast, and the traverse speed is 60, which is really good. The turret traverse is 37.55. This has also been nerfed. It was 40 before. And concealment, it's pretty stealthy at 30.72, and the view range is 390 stock, but I've got coated optics on it, so it is 429, and it's got a radio. Module wise on this thing, I take a medium caliber gun rammer, enhanced gun length drive for faster shootage and aimage, and coated optics so I can see a little bit further. I take 30 AP rounds, 10 APCRs, and 5 HE rounds just in case I run into anything that's super squishy, just like my vehicle. And this is the same crew that's in my WZ132, this guy right here, that is significantly worse. They got hit with the Nerf bat way worse than the Type 64 did. This vehicle I don't even hardly recognize anymore. It's so much worse than it was, especially with the gun handling while it's driving is awful. And I used the 85 mil on it, and look at this. Like, it's disgusting. This used to, yeah, they used to have like 0.36 as far as dispersion. Yeah, not the tank I loved, and yeah, kind of sad I put camouflage on it. So this is that crew. It's my WZ132 crew, which I will be selling my 132 when I can, so I can get the tier 10 light tank, which might be good. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but it maybe has a turret, which might be kind of interesting. But I take mostly camouflage and snapshot, smooth ride, off-road driving, anything that gets me moving fast. And I took jack of all trades just in case people die, because this thing gets hit by anything, it usually loses a crew member. And for some reason, my situational awareness is grayed out. I'm not particularly sure why. Maybe someone can enlighten me on that, why I have a crew skill that doesn't work. Let's see if we pop them back over here if it works. Well, it works on these guys. I don't know, maybe on the Type 64 it's maxed out or something and it can't go any higher. Maybe it won't go higher than 429. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why my loader isn't capable of using his skill that he has. Interesting. Anyway, we'll jump into the game and you can see how this Here we go on the tier limited wide park map. See, taking off pretty quick, and I've got some pretty awesome favorable matchmaking, so I'm going to be able to pin everything really quite easily. I'm going to zip up to the top of this hill and see what I can spot from this bush. I'm not going to be too ultra aggressive like Mr. Chaffee here. And he did manage to spot me, and I can get shot from virtually everywhere on this map, so I'm just going to drop back and make sure I get off the radar. Try and get some shots into this guy. I think that would maybe hit him. But when he reappears here, we'll find out. Nope, I didn't hit him. But he wanted to come up here and fight me, so unfortunately for our tier 4 guy, or another tier 6, he was actually tier 6. I'm not sure how he died really, but I decided to go in on this this Chaffee and take him out. So I don't know why he's not shooting me, but my tank destroyer friend came over and shot him, and then the VK-28 came, so I decided to get out of here. And then I'm not sure what happened to him. He got destroyed by something. I'm not sure what. That was kind of weird. Anyway, so I decided to retreat because he was there and there was another tank there. So I decided that I was just gonna back out and get around and wait for this guy completely hull down. He doesn't have much to shoot at. Shoot him twice, move, and he misses his shots. And he doesn't have any armor, so I'm just gonna be able to pump shots through him, and I take him out. Now I'm going to pretty much just go back to where I was. I'm going to go back to that flank and see if I can find anyone else to shoot. And I'm going to blast along here. Doing about 60 kph. Managed to spot an incoming tank destroyer, and I managed to spot this Su-85I. I probably should have shot him in the tracks, but the other guy was coming and I didn't need to be here anymore. So I'm going to get my gun around. Managed to get one more shot into him as I'm leaving, and don't get shot as I'm getting out, which was nice. Going to get down into this little depression, but then I see the T-34s coming, so I decided to swing back around and go back in with him and support him a little bit. So we've got the SU there, and we've got the... managed to hit him out on the way in, and gonna auto-aim this one. Get him down to 8 HP, and he can't turn fast enough, and I end up taking him out as well. So we're up to 2 kills now, which isn't too bad. And don't want to ram into my friend, so I hit the brakes. Now, you should be able to get over onto the flank of these guys and start shooting them in the sides. And since you can shoot across this entire map, it's pretty easy to flank once you clear out the guys down the 9-0 line. So I've got the side of this KV-1. I'm kind of far away, but I'm going to shoot the Excelsior first because he was lower in HP. So I take him out, load APCR for the KV-1. I'm not entirely sure if I needed to, but I wasn't taking any chances. I wanted to get the kill on him. And switch back to shooting at the KV-2 with my AP rounds. Pumping some shots into him, but he's going to run away. So I'm going to go forward and scanning around a little bit. And I managed to find the artillery. And I'm going to shoot him through this nice little wall and take him out. And I'm not going to be able to shoot the AT-8 because he is behind a wall. And I can't zoom out. Why can't I zoom out? This is the World of Tanks replay system. I don't know why I can't zoom out, but here we go. Why can't I see my tank? What the hell's going on? Anyway. Maybe if we go back in time, maybe that will help. Yes, there we go. All right, we'll end the video here where I can actually see my vehicle, since it's a little bit nicer to do that. So the Type 64 is pretty cool little vehicle. Costs like 3,000, 3,500 gold, which so it's not super cheap. But for a tier 6 light tank that didn't get too hammered by the nerf bat, it's pretty cool. I like this little vehicle. It's super fast. The gun handling is okay. You can get in there and get dirty with the brawling and stuff, but you don't want to get hit too many times because you don't have a lot of hit points and you're fairly touchy with the module damage. So it's got good gun. The gun depression is quite good. It does pretty light damage. Like it only does like 115 something damage, but it's got 128 pen and 177 for its APCR rounds. So on that end of things, it's pretty good. It looks nice when now it's been in, well, not now it's been, but it's been HD for a while, but it's gotten the HD treatment and it looks a lot like a modern game as far as the tanks go. So that part's good. Yeah, it functions well as a light tank. I can't think of anything it does wrong as a light tank. It's got the view range, and I guess the only way it could be better is if it could handle taking a vertical stabilizer, but that would stop it from being too aggressive, I guess, if it had that. Anyway, I think if you're gonna buy a light tank and you like the Chinese light tanks for whatever reason, I hate the WZ132 now. I don't like what they did to it, so I'll be selling it. And the 9 and 10s, I don't know what they're like. I don't know if the 9 and 10s are the light tanks that Tier 8 used to be. But I hate my 7s and my 8s now, so I'm going to be looking to dump them as soon as I can, like my Bulldog and my T71. I used to love my T71, but I hate it now. They nerfed the pen and all that other crap. So, this tank by itself is kind of fun to just drive around as a crew trainer. If you love Chinese light tanks, then sure, but this is kind of like playing light tanks how they used to be. It didn't really get nerfed too badly, so I like it. And if you're in the market for spending 20 or 25 Canadian dollars on this vehicle, then go for it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, subscribe to my Patreon or check out my PayPal or check out YouTube Red, and that supports all the video creators you watch on YouTube. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Ciao, later, Merry Christmas. Oh, you're still here. Oh, nice. So the after battle results screen, we'll take a look at high caliber. Look at that. That's pretty nice to see. A first class mastery badge. 5 kills and 20, what is it, 2200? Yeah, 2214. 1071 EXPs. Pretty okay result for a light tank. Awesome matchmaking. And yeah, not too shabby. Ended up making 33,000 creditos. Always like to see that. And in total, 2,634 EXP. Bye, guys.